A back four of Marc Pubil, Robin Lenormand, David Hanchko and Alejandro Grimaldo. The midfield four, Giuliano Simeone, Koke the captain, Rodrigo Mendoza and one of the new signings, Morten Holmand, the Dane. And the two up front, a bit unusual, Ademola Lookman and Lee Kang-in of Korea. On the bench for Atleti, Juan Musso, the goalkeeper. Then we've got Jose Jimenez, Johnny Cardoso, Pablo Barrios, Alex Baena, Carlos Martin, Marcos Llorente, Arno Ortiz, Julian Alvarez, Jorge Dominguez, Dani Martinez and Jorge Castillo. The two teams now in the tunnel, about to enter the fray. Inigo Perez, names 4-4-2 as well. Luis Junior, the Brazilian, in goal. A back four of Santiago Mourinho, the captain Juan Foyth, the former Tottenham man, Renato Vega and Carlos Romero. The midfield four, Nicolas Pepe, Santi Comasagna, Pap Gay and Alberto Moliairo. And the two up front, Iosi Perez and Georges Mokotadze. On the bench for Villarreal, the keeper Peter Galaxy, the Hungarian international, then Logan Costa, Alex Freeman, Pau Navarro, Gerard Moreno, Ilias Achamak, Tajon Buchanan and Tani Olawese, the two Canadian internationals, Sergi Cardona, Carlos Machia, Nazir El Jamili and Chek Tiam. Our referee is Alejandro Hernandez, so good they named him twice. And the players are now out on the pitch, lined up either side of the halfway line for the pre-game pleasantries. And now they will go down the line shaking the hands. Villarreal all in yellow with the dark sort of black navy blue trim down the sides. Atleti, as I said, in the red and white striped shirts, the blue shorts and the blue socks. And it promises to be an exciting game. We hope so anyway. The early stages of the Spanish top flight. And Barcelona, the defending champions, will open their account tonight against Elche. There have been other results. Real Madrid got off to a winning start as well last night. But Atleti, well, they'll be desperate to improve on recent seasons. It wasn't that long ago that they won the league, but the last 2 or 3 years have been a bit of a barren spell for them. And Diego Simeone sat in the dugout, all in black as per usual, and his son back in the starting lineup as well this afternoon, the Argentinian international. And great atmosphere inside the Metropolitano, this fabulous stadium here in the Spanish capital. And the captains will now come together, excuse me, into the middle for the handshakes prior to kick-off, as is the way. And we usually get the shaking of hands and the exchanging of pennants and so on and so forth. But it's a nice afternoon, sun is shining, late afternoon here in the Spanish capital, and Atleti will be playing from right to left in this first half once the pre-match pleasantries are out of the way. And Villarreal will be playing from left to right, or I am assuming that, unless there's been a change here at the toss, which is about to take place now with the referee. I think that, the teams are happy to stay where they are. So Koke and Juan Foyt, now the official photograph, and then we can start to get ready for the start of this game. Atletico Madrid against Villarreal here. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top flight game. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company this afternoon, wherever you are listening. It promises to be a cracker. As I said, Atleti will be hoping to build on that win against Malaga and have really more of a tilt at the league this year than they have in the previous times. Getafe will take on Racing later on this evening, and then Barcelona travel to Elche for the late kick-off to open their account in this early stages. Sevilla, bizarrely, after weeks and months and years of struggle, it seems. They top the table after 2 wins from 2. It is very early days. And we're getting ready now for kick-off. Roar goes up inside the stadium. Atleti currently sitting in 4th spot. Villarreal currently sitting in 8th. And we are underway. It's just their 2nd game of the season for these 2 sides. And already Atleti looking to get the ball downfield to the feet of the Nigerian Lookman, but that's tidied up by Foyt. Early touch of the ball for Luis Junior, the Brazilian goalkeeper. All in orange. So a very tropical look to Villarreal as the sun beats down on the pitch from behind the clouds. Half the pitch in bright sunshine, half in shade. Now then, Atleti have the ball, side of the penalty area, a cross comes in, but goodness me, far too much on that. Not sure what Lee Kang-in had for his lunch today, but that cross was jet propelled from over on that right hand side. It went roaring over the crossbar. Diego Simeone out of his box already. It's like a firework display going off watching the Argentine in the dugout. So 1 minute gone, and Villarreal taking the short goal kick. This is Luis Junior. Now Carlos Romero over on that far side. That's the side of the pitch that's in bright sunshine, this near side in complete shade. Back to Luis Junior. Again, they'll look to play it out from the back. Now the ball up towards the halfway line, brought down there by Pape Gueye, the Senegalese. And that ball eventually, well, they tried to trundle it through for Mikatadze, but it goes all the way through to Oblak. And he likes to play it out from the back with his feet as well. Pubil with the long ball down the right-hand side. And again, Atleti with Simeone getting in round the back there. He has it on the edge of the box now. This is Lee Kang-in. Now Lenormand. Opportunity here to pull the trigger. Oh, and he does. Good save. It's Alejandro Grimaldo. Just outside the penalty area on this near side. Left-footed strike across the face of goal. And Luis Junior diving away to his left. Great double-handed save there. He puts it out for a corner. So a bright start for Atleti. Lee Kang-in wearing that number 7 shirt vacated by the departed Antoine Griezmann. The corner comes in, doesn't really beat the first man. A couple of players take a tumble, but it's headed out back towards that far side. Atleti will have it once more. Grimaldo whips the ball in to the edge of the area. Lee Kang-in manages to retain possession. It will come back at them again. They got in round the back once more. Now then, ball whipped in, but it's well defended at the edge of the 6-yard box. Couldn't get any real height on that cross there. Lenormand, and it's put out for a corner by Carlos Romero. So another corner for Atletico. They're asking all the questions. They've only played 3 minutes. Already forced a really good save from Luis Junior. So corner to come in now for Atleti. It's Grimaldo with the corner. This time a big looping one, way past the back post, heading back into across the edge of the penalty area. The ball breaks for Koke. He has a shot. It's blocked. A forest of legs inside there. It's put back in once more by Hanchko. But Villarreal now managed to clear their lines. And it is all hands to the pumps for the Yellow Submarine at the moment. They are under siege in this opening 4 minutes. It's been all Atleti. And it has gone out for a throw-in on this near side for Atleti, and they will just launch it back to Oblak, who takes a big punt downfield, the Slovenian. Now then, here's Mark Pubil back in the side, didn't play last week. Oblak, back to him. His clearance over to that right-hand side is well kept in by Lee Kang-in, but Villarreal win the ball. This time they've really had the ball. Well, they didn't have it for long because dispossessed there was Ayoze Perez, the former Newcastle and Leicester City striker. Ball now back at the feet of Slovak David Hanchko. Now Rodrigo Mendoza brings the ball downfield. Long ball, trying to pick out Ademola Lookman. It was well defended by Juan Foyt, the captain. Now it will break for Villarreal on halfway. They come storming down the middle here. First time they've really had the ball down at this end in any kind of dangerous position. This is Pepe. Does his man there. Nudges it across. Oh, brilliant defending, because that would have been a tap-in from the 6-yard box there. And I think it was Lenormand who just splayed himself out there to stop what surely would have been a goal from Mikotadze. But that was excellent play from Nicolas Pepe there. Absolutely did. Grimaldo on the outside. Got in round the back of him. Sent the cross along the floor, across the edge of the 6-yard box. It was a tap-in for Mikotadze. But Robin Lenormand just launched himself in front of it and blocked it with his body, quite literally. So, after a bit of a wobbly start for the visitors, they're very much back in this. We've only played 5.5 minutes, but already we've seen action in both goal mouths. It promises to be a good one. This is Lookman now. Lee Kang in, 25 yards out. Now Koke. Athletic over on that far side with Lee Kang in again in that bright sunshine. Ball played in low across the 6-yard box, and it's well defended there by Renato Vega, and he goes out for a throw-in over on that far side. Just over 6 minutes gone. Taken quickly by Atleti. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top-flight game. Live from the Spanish capital. You're very welcome. It is match day 2 of this competition. And Atletico Madrid have a free kick there just inside the Villarreal half. Lenormand just nudges it back to Pubil. What a meteoric rise for that youngster. Marc Pubil, already a Spanish international. A World Cup winner, you could say as well. And the ball over to this near side. It is a throw-in. Alejandro Grimaldo will take it very quickly. Lookman there was barged into from behind by Santi Comasagna. So it will be a free kick to Atleti. But they responded well to that opening barrage there. Great work from Pepe. In fact, it was actually the youngster Pubil who. So I got that. But they've actually got a free kick here, Atletico. I'm not quite sure how that's come about. On this near side, just inside the Villarreal half, 7.5 minutes gone. Really not quite sure how that came to pass. Long looping ball towards the back post, but straight into the arms of Luis Junior. Just shy of 8 minutes gone. Atletico Madrid 0, Villarreal 0. But there have been chances at both ends. Game just starting to get into some kind of rhythm now. Back at the feet of Junior, the goalkeeper. Plays it up through the middle. Has no compunction about doing that. Now Romero, back to Vega. Oh, his ball downfield is blocked by charging Simeone, who forces him back towards the corner flag, and they've lost the ball there. Villarreal couldn't get rid of it. Lookman wins the ball inside the area, squares it over to his left-hand side. In the area there was Rodrigo Mendoza, but he couldn't get the ball out from under his feet, and his tame effort was blocked. Villarreal have won the ball back here, and now they can bring it up the field with Pape Gueye, Senegalese. They have it in centre field, inside their own half. This is Gueye once more. Edge of the centre circle, looking for runners, but there aren't any at the moment. Pretty static, Villarreal here. Just plays a short pass. Very compact, Atleti, in their 2 banks of 4. And space is difficult to come by here for the visiting side. This is Vega, just short of halfway. Now Pepe on this near side. And again, they're being hounded back into their own half here, and Pepe forced to send that back to Foyt. And then all the way back to the keeper, Luis Junior. Plays it short. Now then, Mourinho. Now Foyt. Again, back to Luis Junior, but again, he's happy to play it. There are 3 Atleti players in the penalty area, and he played it to the edge of it. That is confidence. Not a big fan of that tactic, but because you're asking for trouble a lot of the time. Anyway, they did it well. Pap Gay chips the ball downfield, but that's grossly under hit, and it allows Lenormand to win that header, but then Atleti give the ball away once again, and it's retrieved by Mourinho on this near side. Now Comasagna, Gay with the long ball through the middle again, and this time, this time Makatadze did get between the 2 centre halves but couldn't control the ball. There was a half appeal for a handball. They still have it on the edge of the area here. This is Pepe, tries a left foot shot, takes a huge deflection off Grimaldo, loops up into the air, and that allows Oblak to come off his line and pluck it out of the air. 10.5 minutes on the clock, and we still await our first goal, but it has been very entertaining fare so far. Atleti came out of the traps very quickly, forcing a good save out of Luis Junior, but Villarreal since then have retaliated somewhat. We have a game on our hands here. Now then, this near side to the feet of Grimaldo, halfway inside the Villarreal half, puts the ball infield to the Korean Lee Kang-in, who has it once more, plays the ball down the channel over the top for Grimaldo, but just too much on it. Good idea, execution just not quite there. It goes out for a goal kick. 11.5 minutes on the clock. So goal kick for Villarreal. They take it short. This is Foyt. Now Pap Gay. Into the middle it comes. Comasagna. Well, Gay once again. And Villarreal, well, they've lost the ball rather carelessly there. On the halfway line, that was Alberto Moliaro. Excuse me. Now, though, Villarreal have won the ball and they're coming forward here. It's 3-on-3, but that's a poor ball. Sends Pepe out wide. He still has it side of the penalty area, but that has really sort of stopped the move dead in its tracks. They still have the ball just inside the penalty area. Pepe trying to find space. Back heels it, back outside the box. Mourinho. Pepe once more. And then Mourinho being forced towards the corner flag, being boxed in there by Koke. Atleti do win the ball back and clear it downfield, but it will go straight to a yellow shirt. That will be Juan Foyt. 12.5 gone, but that was a good break on the cards there for Villarreal, but it was just a poor ball to Pepe. Now Atleti win it, long ball downfield, chased by Lukman, but that's tidied up at the back by Mourinho, and a rather calm chip over the top by Luis Junior. Got 2 sides here who are not shy about playing the ball out from the back, even when under pressure. Now Pat Gay will bring it up through the middle. Makatadze back to Gay. Here's opportunity now for Ayoze Perez, but he's been fouled just outside the centre circle, inside the Atleti half. He's gone down. Will this be a free kick? Just turned his man there. Oh, horrible knee clash actually. It was Robin Lenormand, he of the French name but a Spanish international, lunged in there, and there was a horrible knee clash, and that is really painful. Well, it is for Ayoze Perez. Lenormand seems to be okay. The former Newcastle man really in pain with that left knee. And Inigo Perez out off his seat onto the edge of the technical area. The magic spray being applied to the left knee of Ayoze Perez. It was completely accidental. It just caught his knee. And the spray, well, he's getting a real dousing with that. Anyway, he's up on his feet now. He's going to have to come off very briefly. But it looks as if he's going to be okay to continue. And had that knocked. So we're back underway. Atletico have the ball on halfway, being brought forward here by Lenormand. Played flick round the corner there by Simeone. Lenormand plays it then to Mendoza. Atleti coming forward here. This is Grimaldo on this near touchline. Plays the ball back upfield to David Hanchko. Now Koke. This is Pubil. Oh, that's a good ball into the penalty area. Lee Kang in, picked it up with his back to goal, and he's fashioned across from over on that right hand side, but it's gone over the top of everybody. And now near this near side, they've just kept it in though, Atleti. That was good work from Grimaldo. Now Hanchko again, working the ball from side to side, Atleti. Now then, the ball goes into the area, and it's a shot from the edge of the area there from Giuliano Simeone along the floor, and it took a deflection off his countryman Juan Foyt, and it goes over the crossbar for a corner for Atletico Madrid. It was a nice pass into the area there from Lee Kang in. Took it with his back to goal, Simeone. A nice turn, swivel, left-footed strike. But Foyt stuck out a leg. Third corner already for Atleti. Just over 16 minutes gone. Alejandro Grimaldo stands over this once more. In swinging corner to the back post again. Headed back across the face of goal. But Mukatadze not mucking around there. Hammers it downfield just as a clearance more than anything. But again, nobody really picked up Hanchko there. That's the set piece. Floated out towards the back post. Hanchko heads it back across the face of goal. And that's the second corner on the trot now that nobody really picked him up there. Hanchko on the ball now, but he turns it back to Jan Oblak as the sun is edging away towards the other touchline now. The pitch was half in sun, half in shade. It's about 3/4 in shade now. Ball up to the edge of the centre circuit. It is a beautiful evening though in the Spanish capital, and that is a foul on Ademola Lookman. Senor Hernandez. Yeah, just got his leg in front of him there, Santiago Mourinho, the Uruguayan. So free kick taken quickly. 17.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0. It has been entertaining fair. Good chances for both teams. I think Atleti just about edging it at the moment. Hanchko. Grimaldo. Sends it all the way back to the Slovakian. And he sends it back to the Slovenian in goal, Jan Oblak. Now Lenormand. Long ball down that right channel, but it goes over everybody, and Luis Junior come way out of his goal there to get to it before Lookman. I don't know if the flag would have gone up against him for offside, I don't know, but he definitely got in behind the back four there on that long ball. Anyway, here's Pape Gueye for Villarreal, and that's a very wayward pass from the Senegalese man, and it goes out for a throw-in on this near side to Atleti. We do have injuries. Alexander Sørloth sat up in the stands. Hasn't featured since the World Cup. Now then, chipped all down from the halfway line out to this near side. This is Grimaldo. Plays it infield, gets a return ball there from Rodrigo Mendoza. And then there's a trip there on Grimaldo, but the referee says it was a fair challenge. Either that or he's decided to take and play advantage. Lee Kang in now. Ball played in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, but again it's cleared, this time by Juan Foyt, and it will go out for a throw-in for Atletico. They're the ones asking more of the questions right now, the home team. Villarreal do look pretty solid at the back. And the ball now coming back to the feet of Oblak. He's rolled back to him there by Lenormand, and then well, he's just sent it all the way down to the other end of the field, and Foyt just helps it on its way and nods it gently to the feet of Luis Junior. Almost 20 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0. Game on a knife edge here. Villarreal a little bit on the back foot at the moment. They lost the ball inside their own half again there. Now Koke. Ball played. Oh, a nice ball play through the middle there. Just couldn't pick out the run made by Lee Kang-in. But Villarreal have given the ball away in their own half once again. This is Mendoza. Can't keep doing that. You can't keep gifting Atleti possession. They will punish you eventually. Here's Koke. Floats it out to that far right-hand side. Brought down by Simeone. He has it inside the area. And he fashions a nice little short ball there. He gets it back and then fires a side-footed cross. But far too much on that from the young Argentinian international. And that goes out for a goal kick. Dad. Little shake of the head on the sideline. They are probing here, Athletic. They are very much dominating this game, but have nothing to show for it at the moment. But Villarreal have had their little moments too on the counter, so you'll have to be aware of that. Short goal kick taken. Played out nicely though, and confidently. Now then, onto this near side. This is the danger man, Pepe, for Villarreal. On this near side, they're doubling up on the Ivorian. But he does win his side. Oh, he nearly thought that was going to go out for a throw-in, but it was rescued by Rodrigo Mendoza. Hanchko. And that was neatly played out again from a tight spot by Atleti, and then a raking crossfield ball into that bright sunshine. Had to shield his eyes there, did Marc Pubil, before taking that ball down. This is Lenormand. Played up to Giuliano Simeone. Ball fired out to that near side again, and that will be a foul. Carlos Romero just taking the feet there of Koke, wily veteran. It was a lovely drag back by Koke there, lovely bit of skill. And that forced the foul from Romero. 21 minutes gone. We're still waiting our first goal. Long ball played downfield towards the corner flag, but well, I'm not sure of the value of that. Shot comes in from the edge of the area from Mendoza, but it's a low worm burner, and Luis Junior down very quickly to his near post. But it was a long ball played downfield, and Santiago Mourinho, rather than let it go out of play for a goal kick, tried to keep it in, and his return ball went straight to Rodrigo Mendoza, who then had a punt from the edge of the penalty area. But it was straight at the goalkeeper, who has the ball at his feet now. This is Juan Foyt, and now Carlos Romero. Ball played into centre field. Comasagna. Now Foyt once again. Now here's Nicolas Pepe. That's a nice turn there, they're playing advantage. Oh, great slide rule ball through the middle. Now Mukatadze, that they surrounded the Georgian and they muscled him off it, but they win the second ball. It's played out to the left-hand side. Promising here for Villarreal. They get inside the area. Can they get the cross in from the byline? No, they can't, but they do. Oh, well, they're claiming it should be a corner, surely. It was Carlos Romero who got in round the back there. A beautiful bit of skill there, completely did Pubil like a kipper there. And he got to the byline. Well, yeah, I think that might have come off the toe of Robin Lenormand, but the referee sees it differently. But again, that's just another little warning there for Atleti. We're now halfway through this first half, and it's safe to say the game could go either way on this evidence. Villarreal won the ball inside the Atleti half, but then carelessly gave it away as soon as they'd won it. And now Atleti will look to break down this near side, but that pass for Lookman doesn't find him, and it's tidied up by the captain, Juan Foyt. But although they've dominated possession as we expected them to do on home turf, Villarreal have had their moments as well. Being early on in this, I mean, both these two sides are regularly in the top 6 in this division. Both regularly play European football of some description. And so that Villarreal are no mugs, that's for sure. So this is a test this afternoon. This is Ayoze Perez, now Nicolas Pepe. Now Renato Vega. Still awaiting their first win, Villarreal. They drew on the opening day of the season away to the newly promoted Racing Santander that was a 2-2 draw. And Athletic got the win against Malaga on their first outing. Now then, Athletic having to defend here because Villarreal have the ball over on that far left-hand side, but they're forced back into centre field. This is Foyt, every yellow shirt now inside the Athletic half. This is Pepe on the near side, plays a neat little ball into the area there, and Foyt tries a little back heel, but it's blocked by Hanchko, and it will go out for a corner for Villarreal, their first of the afternoon. And almost 26 minutes gone. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top flight game between Atletico Madrid and Villarreal. 0-0, but a corner here for Villarreal, their first of the afternoon. Standing over the ball is Alberto Moliero. Ball is whipped in and out. Swinger, glancing header, but couldn't get anything on that there, Renato Vega. Just come off his shoulder. It went out for a goal kick. Let's have another look at this actually. Glancing header. Oh, it was actually glancing header, then it came off the knee of Ayoze Perez and ballooned up. Well, I'm not sure, I didn't realise this was going to happen, but it appears as if we're having a hydration break. Yes, we are. Well, I didn't know that was going to be happening today. So the players go into the shaded area to take on some fluids. 27 minutes gone. And we're still awaiting our first goal here at the Metropolitano this afternoon. It's been a good game so far. Both sides have had their opportunities. And tested the keeper on a couple of occasions. And now the coaches get their opportunity just to impart a few words of wisdom while everybody's gathered around. Take this opportunity to just run through yesterday's results in this competition. Athletic Club went down 3-1 at home to a revitalised Sevilla. Valencia drew 0-0 to Celta de Vigo, and Espanyol lost 2-1 at home to Real Madrid under the tutelage now of Jose Mourinho for the second time. So Real get their campaign underway as well with a winning start. And now the drinks have been taken, so we can get back underway here at the Metropolitano. The clock will tick on, so that will be added at the end of this first half. Managers still having words with their players. Simeone, deep conversation with his captain Koke. So the players are refueled and refreshed, and we can get back on with the game now. Didn't know that was going to be happening. I'm not sure if it'll happen in the second half, because the sun will have gone by then. It's almost gone now, to be fair. 5:30 in the evening here in Madrid, but it comes out brightly again over on that far side. But Villarreal win the ball over on that far side, and almost got Mikotadze in there, and Lenormand Hanchko there had to be smart. He blocked his run off inside the area. Just little warnings keep happening. Villarreal. Now then, tussle inside the centre circle. Villarreal win that battle, and it's all gone a little bit scrappy in the middle. This is Morten Hjulmand, the new signing from Sporting Lisbon, the Danish international. Now this is Lookman on this left-hand side, gets into the penalty area, chips a ball across the face of goal, but that's a poor cross from the Nigerian, and it goes out on the other side of the corner flag for a throw-in over on that far side as we come up to the half-hour mark here. Still 0-0, not much between the two teams. Usually, as I said, season on season, usually not too far away from each other on the league ladder. This is Pepe, does well to win the ball there. Now then, what can Villarreal do with it here? Mukatadze, now Papgay, that's a good ball, and he's fouled as well. Off the ball there. And the referee has brought a stop to proceedings here. In fact, it's Nicolas Pepe's. Well, let's have another look at this, because he's making a real song and dance about it, writhing around on the floor. It was Lee Kang-in who just left his leg in there. Didn't look that bad, I have to say, but Pepe still down on the floor, writhing around like he'd been shot by a sniper from the stand or something. The players gathered round him. So this is going to add a little bit more time to proceedings. But it did look fairly innocuous. I have to have another look at it, really. Only seen one angle of it. Pepe is actually sat up now, but now he's lying back down again. Hands over his face. Let's have another look at this. Gets it away. It's hard to tell again from that angle. I think maybe he might, if anything, might have just stood on his foot, but again, they're actually spraying the left knee. So it might have been a knee clash again, which are, I'm told, incredibly painful. Only seen one of those today. And he will have to limp off to the sidelines, and hopefully for Villarreal he can come back on, because he's looked a danger down this near side, the Ivorian. It's the second knee clash I think we've had this afternoon. So we're back underway. Villarreal get the game restarted. Vega squares it across to Foyt. Now Mourinho does well to keep it in on this near side. Mukatadze, nice turn, and he plays the ball down this right-hand side. Sanya, now it comes back to Foyt, and now Renato Vega, the Portuguese defender. Papgay with the ball through the middle, not too much on that from the Senegal midfielder, goes all the way through to Jan Oblak. Long overarm throw out to this near side, which will allow Grimaldo now to surge downfield. Picks out Lookman, turns, gets it into the edge of the area, tries a second effort there, but that too is blocked. But he does well, Lookman, to retain the ball on the side of the penalty area, but he needs a bit of support here. Short ball to Lee Kang-in. He's been forced backwards, sends it back to Hanchko on the halfway line. And that was good defending there by Villarreal, forcing Atleti back towards the halfway line. Now then, the ball out to this far side. Here's Simeone, level with the edge of the penalty area, plays it infield. Still Simeone, fires the ball into the area, but it's well defended by Vega on the edge of his 6-yard box. And now Villarreal will look to counter, but that's not the best pass out to Ayoze Perez. Forced him out rather wide, and then he kind of fell into Pubil. Tried to get the foul, but nothing doing. Sloppy that from Ayoze Perez. Simeone coming forward again. He goes herring into the box, but that's well defended once more and cleared away quickly by Luis Junior. But he's looking dangerous out on that right-hand side, Giuliano Simeone. Broke through 2 tackles there to get into the box. A direct play, throwing for Atleti over on that far side. Little flick on header there by Simeone, trying to find Lee Kang-in, who has now committed a foul. So it will be a free kick to Villarreal. Romero, the man brought down. 34.5 minutes gone. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top-flight game. Atletico Madrid 0, Villarreal 0. Villarreal give the ball away cheaply inside their own half. Atleti pouring forward now. Lee Kang in inside the box on the left-hand side, and he's dragged it way wide across the face of goal. It was one of those, I wasn't sure whether it was either a shot or a cross. If it was a shot, then he pulled it horribly. If it was a cross, then he just hit it way too hard. Only he will know. Well, that was a good opportunity for Atleti there, and spurned by the Korean there. That was a loose ball from Juan Foyt that gave that ball away. As I said, you can't keep giving the ball away as cheaply as that inside your own half against a team like Atleti. Now Vega will bring it forward for the men in yellow, just to the edge of the centre circle, and he puts the brakes on. Santi Comasagna flick round the corner from Mukatadze, the Georgian international. Now then, here is Pape Gueye, the Senegalese international. Ball over the top, ball whipped in across the edge of the 6-yard box, and oh goodness me, it was on a plate there and they couldn't get on the end of it. I think it might have been Comasagna. Brilliant cross across the edge of the 6-yard box. He was lurking behind, I think it was Hanchko, and he just couldn't get his foot on the end of it to turn it in from 6 yards out. Now Atleti have been dispossessed, and now Nicolas Pepe comes down this near side, maybe not quite as sprightly as he was earlier on, cuts in field on his left foot. But Villarreal now starting to ask some questions. They have the ball inside the penalty area. Shot comes in, saved by Oblak at his near post from Carlos Romero. And all the while, Villarreal now starting to get on the front foot. They've looked the better team since the drinks break. And Atleti now back in there. 2 banks of 4. Vega has the ball. Edge of the centre circle. It's just gone down to walking pace at the moment. Bright sunshine on that final third of the pitch. This is Pape Gueye inside the centre circle. Just nudges it back to Renato Vega. Then the long ball up through the middle. And Atleti win that duel, but then, well, that's going to be a foul. Foul on Lee Kang in. But that was a good save by Oblak, the shot from Mukatadze, who earlier was inches away, oh goodness me, from poking that home. Fantastic cross across the face of the 6-yard box. He got away from Lenormand, the Georgian. He just couldn't get his toe to the end of it. If he had, it was a certain goal. Now Atleti come forward. End-to-end stuff here now. This is Simeone. Lee Kang in. Can they get the cross in here? They can. Into the area now. Oh, cut back pass there by Mendoza. And then the shot is blocked on the edge of the box, but the referee from Holmond, the referee I think has blown up for something here. This game has really come alive in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Both teams, in fact we've had 14 shots altogether, 9 for Atleti, 5 for Villarreal. It is a goal kick for the visitors. Renato Vegas nudges it to his keeper. Atleti not interested in pressing this, as Luis Junior just edges the ball forward and then passes it to Foyt. And now Pape Gueye will bring it up to the edge of the centre circle again. Atleti just backing off, not engaging in the press right now. Comasagna, Pape Gueye once more. And the game just slowing down a little bit now. So there's little periods and then bursts of energy. Mukatadze on this near side. Back to Foyt. Now Vega, just on the edge of the centre circle. Carlos Romero plays the ball in field and gets the return pass, but Atleti win it. They thought there was a foul there, he stayed down, but the referee has waved play on. Lee Kang in, and then he's dispossessed on the halfway line. Now then, Villarreal, the ball over the top here. Now this is a good opportunity. Pepe, side of the penalty area, he's in it now, twisting, turning, gets away from one man, but he's brought down in the area. Referee says there's no case to answer. Villarreal still have the ball, they win it back. Here's Pap Gay. Really have. Well, that's a loose ball from Vega out to that far side. That allowed Pubil to get to it. They really have upped the ante of Villarreal since the drinks break, but now Atleti will look to come forward here now with Lee Kang in. He's got Grimaldo in space to his left. He finds him, side of the penalty area. Back to the Korean again. Now back to Grimaldo on this near side. He will just nudge it back to the feet of David Hanchko. Koke swapping passes with Lee Kang in, and then just rolls it back to the feet of Robin Lenormand, and now Morten Holmand back to Jan Oblak. So that's good work again from Villarreal. 4.5 minutes remaining of normal time in this first half. Remember, we've had a couple of injuries and a drinks break, and now an Atleti player has gone down on the side of the centre circle. And let's have another look. Well, we're going to just have a quick look again. The twinkling toes of Nicolas Pepe inside the penalty area there. Counted about 5 step overs there, but it was a decent tackle from Morten Holmand. It was Grimaldo, the man who was down. Anyway, we're back underway, and now Atleti have it in centre field. Good ball out to Grimaldo on this near side. Thought about the long cross, tussling away there with Santiago Mourinho, and he loses that battle. Pepe nudges it back to Mourinho, the Uruguayan. He plays a good ball up through the middle, nicely taken in by Mukatadze. Now then, the ball through the middle here. Oh, and goodness me, almost got between the two centre halves there, did Romero. And now they come back at them, Atleti. Lee Kang in. Oh, that's awful. Left-footed strike there, about 25 yards out, and that has gone high and not very handsome over the crossbar. It's a lovely turn from Ayoze Perez. He sent that ball through the middle there, and it was a great sliding block there from Lenormand. Otherwise, Romero would have been through, one-on-one with the keeper. 42 on the clock. Goal kick taken very quickly. And this is Renato Vega, now Juan Foyt. Again, Villarreal just slowing the play down. It has been a frenetic pace. Little flick round the corner there by Mukatadze. That was nice play. Now it comes out to this near side to Nicolas Pepe. This is where the danger area has been. Little short pass to Moliero. Now Pepe once again. Moliero on this near side. Little ball infield. Ayoze Perez to Pepe, but he can't keep control of it this time. Hanchko plays it down this near side. No foul, says the referee, and Villarreal will come forward again with Mukatadze. They have it now on the edge of the centre circle. Keeping the ball well here, the team in yellow. They've definitely been on top since the drinks break. That much is certain. And just a couple of minutes left of normal time. I reckon we're going to probably get about 5 or 6 minutes added on to this. This is Renato Vega now, but Moliero can't take that ball in. Now then, Koke for Atletico Madrid. Out to that far side, gets the ball back on the halfway line. And now here is Hanchko. Lee Kang in, back to Hanchko on halfway. Now Grimaldo plays it infield to Holmand. Ball up through the middle, and that's going to be a foul. Clattered into from behind there was Rodrigo Mendoza by Renato Vega. And Lee Kang in. I thought he was going to take it, he's peeled away. Another new signing from Paris Saint-Germain in the summer. And it's a long way out this. Koke is going to be the man to take this free kick. A few players massed on the edge of the penalty area. Final 30 seconds of normal time. Just inside the Villarreal half. Koke with the long ball into the box. It's headed away. But Atleti then head it back towards the edge of the area. But Ayoze Perez gets away the clearing header. Now Villarreal can break forward here. They've got space down the left-hand side in that bright slither of sunshine. But Romero just slows things down. Just allows some of his own players to get up top of the field with him. There's Vega now, edge of the centre circle. This is Mourinho. 5 minutes of added time. Ayoze Perez. Mourinho. Now Pepe on this near side. Game has visibly slowed the tempo. It has been an entertaining game. No foul there on Pap Gay, says the referee, and now Atleti will look to hit on the counter. It's counter versus counter at the moment. Koke's through ball is blocked, but he manages to retain possession. This is Morten Hjolmund. It's now Lenormand. Now Pubil. Simeone over on that far side, looking for options, trying to nudge it infield. He finally manages to do that, finds Koke in a lot of space on the edge of the centre circle, picks out Lee Kang-in on this near side. He cuts in on his right foot, tries a long range shot, takes a deflection off the back of Juan Foyt, and it will be a corner for Atleti over on that far right hand side. 46 minutes gone, 4 minutes remaining of added time in this first half. So Koke in no rush as he goes over to that far right hand corner. The side of the pitch still bathed in brilliant sunshine. This will be an out-swinging corner from the Atleti captain. In it comes. This time they don't go for the back post ploy. Picked up by Lookman, not literally. He's got it on the left-hand side of the penalty area. His cross is blocked brilliantly there. And now Villarreal will look to exit down this near side. Tussle on this near side, but that's good play there from Alberto Moliero. But he loses the battle eventually. Atleti win the ball back just inside the Villarreal half. Now then, they come down this near side. This is Mendoza. Lovely back heel there from Lee Kang-in, but it doesn't find the target. Now again the counter is on for the men in yellow as Ayoze Perez gathers it on the halfway line, but he's going to need some support here. He nudges it back to Pap Gay. Now they have it on halfway with Comasagna. Now it goes out to Romero over on that far side. Santi Comasagna. Now Foyt. Pap Gay out to this near side to the feet of Ayoze Perez. Now Mourinho. This is Vega keeping the ball well here, Villarreal. Every yellow shirt inside the Atleti half, but there's no way through for them at the moment. They are just trying to find some space. A lot of short, fast passes. Now they bring it to a standstill. Ball chipped over the top, down that left-hand side. Romero will get to it before it goes out of play, near the corner flag. Sends it back upfield. Now then, here's Pap Gay. 25 yards out. He nudges it back to the feet of Mikatadze. Now Foyt once again. Ayoze Perez, now Pepe on this near side. Keeping the ball well here. Nice interplay again there between Pepe and Gay. Now Mourinho plays the ball in towards the edge of the box. Flicked over the top there, and oh! Lovely bit of play. Ayoze Perez was through. He got in round the back. It was a little looped ball over the top of the back four. And Oblak came out sharply off his line, spread himself, made the save with his chest. And it's a corner for Villarreal. That was a lovely bit of play though there. Lovely 1-2 on the edge of the area, and then a flicked ball over the top of the back four. And Ayoze Perez timed his run beautifully there, but a great save from Jan Oblak. Final minute now of added time. A lot of nonsense going on inside the penalty area. Simeone, like father, like son, looking there to win an Oscar. It is all a bit silly. There's still lots of jostling and pushing and shoving. Can we just get the corner taken? In it comes towards the near post. It's headed away though, and Atleti survive that. Can they pinch something here on the counter? No, that is blocked by Moliero. And now an opportunity again. Here's Pepe on this near side, plays it round the back, but the cross from Comasagna is blocked and then lashed downfield. Vega wins the header, heads it back into the Atleti box. And then there is a foul there, is there? Yes, there is. Oh, the offside flag has gone up against Mikatadze anyway. And that is the half-time whistle here at the Metropolitano. Half-time, it's been an entertaining game. Both keepers have had to make saves. But at the moment, honours are even. 0-0. We'll be back in 15 for full second half coverage. Half-time here. Atletico Madrid 0, Villarreal 0. Well, welcome back to the Metropolitano. I'm Joe Mills for this Spanish top-flight game, this unofficial commentary between Atletico Madrid and Villarreal. 0-0 at half-time. A very entertaining first half. Both sides having decent chances, but neither finding the back of the net. Atletico coming into this after an opening weekend win against Malaga. Villarreal searching for their first win after that opening day draw against Racing Santander. Lovely summer's evening here in the Spanish capital. Atleti in their red and white stripes with the dark blue shorts and dark blue socks. Villarreal, of course, in their iconic all yellow strip, as the manager, of course, in his iconic all black outfit, Diego Simeone, comes down the tunnel. The sun almost off the pitch now, just the stand on the far side, the lower tiers bathed in that last of the late evening sunshine. The pitch is being watered as we speak, and it was a game of a few decent chances both for either team. I'll just quickly run you through the lineups. Jan Oblak in goal for Atleti, a back four of Pubil, Lenormand, Hanchko and Grimaldo. The midfield four, Simeone, Koke, the captain, Mendoza and Holmond, and Lookman and Lee Kang-in up top. On the bench for Atleti, Juan Musso, the keeper, then Jimenez, Cardoso, Barrios, Baena, Martin, Lorente, Ortiz, Alvarez, Dominguez, Martinez and Castillo. Villarreal have Luis Junior in goal, a back four of Mourinho, Foyt, the captain, Vega and Romero. Across the middle, Pepe, Comasagna, Gay and Moliero, and Perez and Mkhitaryan up front. On the bench, the keeper Galaski, then Logan Costa, Freeman, Navarro, Moreno, Akamak, Buchanan, Olawese, Cardona, Matea, El Jamili and Tiam. And the sides now coming down the tunnel and out onto the pitch. I'll bring you any changes if there have been any. But this game is finally poised. There are two more games in this competition today. Barca get their campaign, the defending champions, underway with a late kick-off away at Elche later on this evening. There has been a change. World Cup winner Alex Baena is on for Atletico Madrid. In fact, Villarreal are still in the tunnel. Not sure what's going on. But they're keeping Atleti waiting. So Alex Baena comes on, and I think that's a replacement for Rodrigo Mendoza. Yes, it is. So Mendoza makes way. And Alex Baena, a World Cup winner with Spain, comes on. So, Villarreal finally, and rather casually, make their way onto the pitch here at the Metropolitano. Magnificent stadium here in the Spanish capital. And the pitch now almost completely in shade, bar a little sliver over on that far side. Villarreal will be playing from right to left in this second half. Athletic left to right. Our referee is Alejandro Hernandez. And now we're just about ready to get underway. We did have a hydration break in the first half. I'm not sure if we'll get the same again in the second, given the slight change in conditions. In fact, it'll be Atleti, I beg your pardon, who will get us underway. And it's Alex Baena who does that, sends it back to David Hanchko, the Slovakian international. Long ball downfield. Pap Gay with that defensive header. Ball back into the Atleti half. Brought down by Lenormand. Another Spanish international. This is Koke. Onto this near side, but it wasn't the best pass there to Mark Pubil, and he's been dispossessed. Well, in fact, the referee, well, he changed his mind. He initially gave the free kick inexplicably to Atleti, and then changed his mind almost immediately. Villarreal take it quickly. This is Renato Vega. I'm Joe Mills, by the way. Thank you for your company on this Sunday evening. Now Renato Vega has the ball at his feet, about 10 yards from the halfway line, just walking around with it. Now Juan Foyt, the captain, long ball over the top here, looking for that run there of Ayoze Perez, but that was a well-timed header there by Hanchko, back into the arms of Jan Oblak. Booming throw out to that far side to the feet of Grimaldo. It's now back at the feet of Oblak. Oh, that's a loose ball from the Slovenian keeper there. Puts that one out for a throw-in near the corner flag. Normally so good with his feet. But it's going to be a throw-in for Villarreal, about 5 yards from the corner flag. Are they going to go and launch a long one? No. They go short, get themselves boxed in a little bit, but do well to get the ball back upfield. That's miscontrolled by Vega, so he has to go back into his own half. So nothing came of that throw-in near the corner flag. Carlos Romero up through the middle. Ball played out to this near side to Alberto Moliero. And now Santi Comasagna, ball over the top, looking for the run there of Mkhitaryan, but it's gone out of play for a goal kick. 47 minutes gone. Subs from both teams warming up in that shaft of sunlight over on the far side. Julian Alvarez has sat on the bench there. There's a lot of discussion about his future. In fact, rumours were that Atleti agreed a fee with Arsenal, but Alvarez has said that he wants to go to Barcelona, and of course Atleti will be very loath to let him go there. But we'll see. There's still a couple of weeks remaining in the transfer window. Telling that he's on the bench today. And you've got two players up front who aren't really what you would call out-and-out strikers. So that is an interesting decision from Marco Simeone. Throwing for Villarreal on this near side. Back up to the halfway line. Vega. Now Comasagna. Foyt out to that far side to Santiago Mourinho, the Uruguayan. Now Pepe. Gay once again just rolls it back inside the centre circle, keeping the ball well here. Villarreal. Romero back to Vega, but they are being forced back into their own half, but they retrieve that one, and that's a very loose touch over on the far side there, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Atletico Madrid. Just took his eye off the ball there, did Mourinho. So throw-in taken down this near side. Atleti have it tight to the touchline. Ball worked in field. Now then, here's Holmond. Referee plays advantage. They have it on the edge of the area. Shot comes in from Lee Kang in, but it's blocked. Atleti player still down on the floor over on that far side, but now Villarreal will look themselves to break down this near side. Mkhitaryan gets into the area, tries to get it across the edge of the 6-yard box, but Oblak stretches out that long arm and blocks it. Just didn't get enough power on that, Mkhitaryan. Nicolas Pepe was waiting near the back post there for any kind of tap-in. Holmond up to the halfway line. And now Atleti have got lots of space to move into here with Grimaldo. Now it's in centre field, floated out. Well, the ball was supposed to be floated out to that far. So while someone's getting booked here, it's a Villarreal player. I think it was a retrospective one for the foul on Baena. Yeah, that's not the best challenge there from Santiago Mourinho. Just caught his heel there with the follow through. So he goes into the book, but again Villarreal come roaring forward here with Romero down this near side into the area, chipped towards the back post, unmarked is Pepe, brings it down, takes it inside, tries, then it puts the brakes on, then fires in a shot, and it's tipped over the bar by Oblak. And well, what a good start to this second period here by the Yellow Submarine. They're catching them time after time on the counter-attack, floated over to that far side. Just a little bit too much on it there, but Pepe did well to bring it down. Brought the ball back in on his left foot, curling shot from the edge of the 6-yard box, and a fabulous save from Oblak to tip that over the bar. So corner for Villarreal. It's Alberto Moliero who will take this. Third corner for Villarreal, but again it's poor, doesn't beat the first man. Seen far too many of those this afternoon. This is Pepe. Now then, Moliero on this near side. Cuts in on his right foot, gets away from Lenormand. Now played back into, and then squared across there by, oh goodness me, that was an opportunity. Santi Comasagna. He was unmarked inside the penalty area, but now Atleti will look to break forward here with Simeone. Now Lee Kang in on this near side, but he's snuffed out by Romero, and it will be a throw-in to Atletico Madrid. Just inside the Villarreal half, but the away side have come out all guns blazing at the start of this second period. Just over 51 minutes gone, still 0-0. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top flight game, and the ball out on that far side now at the feet of Holmond. Played infield now. Holmond has it once again. Nice ball to pick out. Lee Kang in. Now then, Simeone, edge of the 6-yard box, but he was always off balance, and he drills it into the side netting. Well, that was the best effort of this second half by Atleti. Super ball by the Dane Holmond into the front of the penalty area. It was a fairly tight angle for Simeone. Keeper had it covered, and there was a man sliding across him. And goal kick. 13 shots for Atleti, 8 for Villarreal. And that long ball downfield, a flick on header by Iosi Perez, just went all the way through to Lenormand. Now the long ball downfield here, and they don't deal with that. Now it's played round the corner by Simeone. Lee Kang in now, gets into the area, gets it onto his left foot, curling shot, and it takes a deflection off the head of Foyt and goes out for a corner over on the far side. And after that dominating opening 6 or 7 minutes by the visitors, it is now Atletico who are starting to answer back here. Just over 53 minutes gone. Corner for Atleti over on that far side. It will be Alejandro Grimaldo who will take this corner. It will be an outswinging effort. Again, bit of nonsense inside the area, but the ball whipped in, and well, Villarreal will exit this, and there was a foul there and a booking for Alex Baena. He's only been on for 8 minutes, and he's already gone into the book. A cynical block there on Iosi Perez, and then caught him as well for good measure as they were looking to exit up the field. Free kick taken quickly by Renato Vega. Oh, and then it's given away. Atleti have it now in a dangerous... Oh, but then that's a poor ball out to that left-hand side. Far too much on that from Alex Baena, and that goes out for a goal kick. Villarreal get away with one there. So it's safe to say, not a great 60 seconds for Alex Baena. Goes into the book and then wastes a good opportunity there with a rather errant pass. Carlos Romero wins a throw-in off the heels of Giuliano Simeone. So it will be throw-in to Villarreal, halfway inside their own half on this near side. Almost 55 minutes gone. Throw-in. Iosi Perez does well with his back to goal, shields it and turns and gets away from his man, but then tries to nudge it downfield for Mikatadze, but too much on it, and it gets away from the Georgian all the way through to Oblak. Now Holmond plays a ball up through the middle. Lookman can't make it stick, but he's drawn a free kick here from Pap Gay. In fact, it's gone the other way. It's for Villarreal, who have the ball now. Now they have it in the final third. Comes out to this far side. This is Pepe now. Edge of the penalty area, nudged infield. Mikatadze gets the return ball. Now Pepe once more. This is Mikatadze. Tries to feed it through for Pepe. There was too many legs there. It took a little deflection and trickles through to Jan Oblak in the Atleti goal. 56 minutes gone, still 0-0. Oblak drops the ball to the ground and then plays it forward to Holmond. Again, refusing to go long. Now they do, down that left-hand side. Ball comes infield now. Baena floats it out to this near side, gathered in by Pubil. Now this is Lee Kang-in, who seems to have peeled out to this right-hand side in this second half. Forced to cut infield. Gets the return ball from Koke. Now Morten Holman plays another good ball up to the edge of the box, but yet again, frustratingly for Lookman, he can't get it out of his feet. Now Ayoze Perez will bring it downfield for Villarreal. Opportunity here on the counter. This is Moliero on this near side. They're doubling up on him, but he cuts into the penalty area, gets the ball nudged and it's dummied. Oh, Ayoze Perez couldn't quite get to it, then half a shot comes back to Pap Gay, but his second effort is dragged horribly wide. And that will be a goal kick. But again, another little shot across the bows. I can tell you that Julian Alvarez is warming up, but I'll tell you what, he's getting fearful stick from some of the home supporters. I won't tell you the gestures they're making, because they know that he doesn't want to be here anymore. 50-50 in terms of possession in this second half. Ball played out to that far side, to the feet of Grimaldo. He's been put under big pressure there by Pepe. Sends it back into the penalty area. Oblak just nonchalantly chips it out to that right-hand side to David Hanchko. Holmond. Now Baena turns and farms it out to this near side, which allows Pubil to bring it forward. Now Lee Kang-in that sliver of sunlight on this near side. Feeds it infield once again. This is Pubil back infield to Lee Kang-in. Now it comes out to the far side to Alejandro Grimaldo. He whips in a ball into the area, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard area by Vega. But then Moliero is dispossessed. They have the ball here with Koke on the byline. Tried to feed it through, but Villarreal managed to win the ball back. But now they're boxed in. And they've lost the ball there near the corner flag. So Atleti will come again here. Ooh, ball from Pubil, edge of the area, then tries a shot. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Mark Pubil, left-footed strike from the edge of the area, and it flies into the top left corner. What a strike from the young right back that was. There was a hint of fortune about it. He tried to pass it through, and he got the rebound, and then he had another dig, and he's lashed it into the top corner. 59 minutes on the clock. They've been on the back foot, Atleti, in this second half, but they have the lead. And that is some strike from young Mark Pubil. Really was. Right up into the top left corner. Absolutely no chance for Luis Junior. And he got the ball back there. Bit of good fortune, but that is some strike. 22 yards out. Right foot. Curling effort right into the top corner, and that is a beaut. Atletico Madrid 1, Villarreal 0. We played almost an hour here at the Metropolitano, and the home side take the lead. You could argue slightly against the run of play. Moliero has been withdrawn for Villarreal in response. Let's see who's come on for him. It is the captain, Gerard Moreno. Ayoze Perez has also been withdrawn. Not getting any younger, him now. And see who's come on for him. It's Buchanan, the Canadian international, Tajon Buchanan. But now Atleti on the back of that goal. They have the ball again here. Will that be the spark for them? This is Grimaldo once more. Just over an hour gone, and suddenly the Metropolitano is bouncing in the late daytime sunshine here in the Spanish capital. Foul comes in on Pap Gay on the edge of his own penalty area. A relieving foul at that. Fans bouncing up and down on the terracing. Now then, Pap Gay, long ball downfield, looking for the run of Mikatadze, but it was a clearing header from Lenormand. Villarreal couldn't keep it in play on this near side. It was a heavy touch by Gerard Moreno. So it will be a throw-in. And, well, Alvarez did have his bib off, and it looks like he's putting it back on now. The plot thickens, as they say. Now then, Atleti, have they got a free kick there on this near side? They will have now. There are two players down. Maybe not the first one that went down. And then Koke was fouled by Carlos Romero. So a free kick to Atleti, tight to the touchline, just inside the Villarreal half, taken quickly by the goal scorer Pubil. Holmand. Now Hanchko out to that far side to Grimaldo. He plays a good ball round the back here, but that's going to be a foul. Well, it was actually a foul by Baena in the box on Mourinho. I think Baena was hoping that it was going to go the other way, but he was offside as well. So, well, actually looking at that the second time, actually, you know what? It actually has a point there. Mourinho has already been booked. He clumsily brought him down there. I'll take it back. That would have been a penalty for me, but luckily for Villarreal, Alex Baena was offside when that pass was played. So still 1-0 Atleti, coming up to 63 minutes gone. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top-flight game. Long ball downfield, looking for the run here of Buchanan. He got in round the back there and he's gone down in the box. Referee not interested. Little heart-in-mouth moment there, but Holmand has been heavy touch from him there. Now he's dragged a man down in the area, and this time the referee has given a penalty. Morten Holmand, the Dane, it was a heavy touch, and he's pulled down to Jean Buchanan inside the penalty area, and Villarreal have a chance here. They are going to go up to VAR. I don't like to see about 6 Atleti players converging on the referee. But yeah, he's tugged him and caught him as well, stood on his foot. He should have been booked earlier for the foul on Moliero, but that is, well, let's have another look at this. Came off the knee of Buchanan. He's got Buchanan's shirt, but then Buchanan sort of nudges Holmand as well, and then as Holmand fell over, he caught the legs of Buchanan. The referee pointed to the spot. So this is going to stand by the looks of it. So we've got 3-2 now Villarreal players standing on the penalty spot. And it looks as if it's going to be the captain fresh on the field, Gerard Moreno, wearing the number 7 shirt. Three from the penalty spot, the Villarreal skipper. But this is an opportunity here to hit straight back after going 1 down only about 5 minutes ago. So, Gerard Moreno against Jan Oblak. The Atleti players are complaining that ball isn't completely on the spot. The referee just says get on with it. So Moreno, hands on hips, trots up to the ball, left-footed, little stutter, beautiful penalty, right along the floor, into the bottom, right-hand corner. Oblak didn't even move, and Villarreal are back level here at the Metropolitano. It's 1-1, 65 minutes gone. Penalty converted by the captain, Gerard Moreno. And whatever you might have thought about the award of that pen, I think it's justice actually in some kind of way. Villarreal have been really good in this game and would have found themselves a little unfortunate to be 1-0 down. They've been the better team in this second half. But you take it whichever way you can get it. Just that little stutter there from Moreno. Oblak just nudged a little bit to his left and then was left with feet in concrete, tucked away beautifully. Atleti are going to make another change. The captain, Koke, comes off. And it is a double change. Julian Alvarez is on the field now for Atletico Madrid. And it is a double change. Fans not particularly happy. It's not a nice situation, I have to say. Double change. So Koke is removed. Marcos Llorente has come on for the captain. And the other player to make way for Julian Alvarez. We're just waiting for confirmation as to who that is right now. Anyway, Grimaldo comes up to Lookman. Might be a little change in formation now. I imagine that Lookman might peel out to that far left-hand side. Simeone again gesturing for cards on the touchline. There's no change there. Anyway, ball whipped into the area here. And Atleti claiming a corner, but Giuliano Simeone is not going to get that one. 67 minutes gone. I still don't. Trying to see who the player was to make way for Julian Alvarez, because he's definitely out there. I think it might be the Korean Lee Kang-in who has made way. Yeah, it looks like it. So Villarreal have it now with Foyt played up through the middle, but that's a very heavy touch back towards his right back, Mourinho. But Atleti win the ball back, but then are quickly dispossessed on the edge of the area. Vega, that's a good pass to find Camassagna. Now Gerard Moreno comes out to Pepe on that far side. Now Moreno once again. Mourinho. Now Foyt. Minus the armband now. 68 minutes gone. Ball played up to the top. Lovely little flick round the corner there. And then played into space. They have it now inside the area on this near side. Do Villarreal, but the twinkling feet of Buchanan loses the ball, but then they win it back. It's whipped in once again by Romero and then headed away by Hanchko. But since drawing level, the away side starting to look dangerous once again. Papgay. Every yellow shirt inside the Atleti half. Lovely back heel down the line there by Romero. This is Buchanan. He's fouled by Marcos Llorente. It will be a free kick to Villarreal. Halfway inside the Atleti half. Tight to this near touchline. And it will be Buchanan, the Canadian, who will take this free kick. 69 minutes on the clock. Atletico Madrid 1. Villarreal 1. He plays it into centre field. Nobody picking up the man there. Then the ball, that's a rather big waste by Romero. Played across to him. There was no one anywhere near him. And he just overhit the ball into the area. Villarreal are going to make another change. Carlos Machia, he's going to come on. And we are, I think, going to get another hydration break here. So, 69.5 minutes on the clock. And we are level pegging still. 1 goal apiece. Atleti taking the lead on 58 minutes. An absolute wonder strike from Mark Pubil. And just over 5 minutes later, Villarreal drawing level. The foul by Morten Holmond on to Jean Buchanan. Calmly tucked away by the substitute and captain Gerard Moreno. So the players now get into their huddles. And again, the coaches out on the pitch going through their instructions. But that goal from Pubil was an absolute snorter. Into the top left corner as he sees it. Absolute worldie that was. Luis Junior having no chance there. But that lead only lasted 5 minutes. before Villarreal were awarded that penalty, and they'll feel justified. They've been the better team for me in this second half. And that, going 1-0 down was rather against the run of play, but he's tantalisingly poised now for the final 20 minutes or so, now that the drinks have been taken and the coaches have imparted their final words. So we're all poised for hopefully an exciting finish here at the Metropolitano. So the players have had their drinks. I think Villarreal are going to make another couple of changes here, but not just yet. This is Alejandro Grimaldo for Atletico Madrid over on that far side. This is Holmond. Now Pubil plays it up through the middle. Now then, Simeone down this right-hand side. He's bundled off it there, and then by Buchanan, who then manages to get back up to his feet, but Atleti have won the ball back. And now here's Llorente. Simeone back to Llorente on this near side with the blonde ponytail. Simeone once more gets it to the side of the penalty area on this near side. Llorente gets the 1-2, but that's well defended there by Romero, and now they can look to break down this left-hand side. Now then, Mikatadze has got away from Lenormand. He's into the area. But he had to open up his body. He didn't have really the room. He side-footed it straight at Oblak. He was losing his balance. Lenormand was right on his shoulder. If he'd had some support, he could have maybe nudged it across the 6-yard box, but that was a dangerous break. Pubil actually has gone off. He was the man who went off for Alvarez. It's taken them a good 10 minutes to tell us that. Marcos Llorente is slotted in at right back. This is Giuliano Simeone. And Atleti have it with Lookman now inside the area on that far side, doubling up on him, plays it back to the edge of the area. Grimaldo whips it in, headed away nicely by Vega, falls to Llorente. Now Simeone on this side brings it back infield, edge of the area. Will he pull the trigger with his left foot? No, try to feed it through, but there's far too much traffic there, and that's cleared away by Villarreal. It will go out of play on this near side for an Atleti throw. Now Villarreal, well, no, it didn't go out of play. Yes, it did. Atleti didn't get the memo. They were looking to carry on. So Villarreal can make the two changes now. We're going to see Ilyas Achamak, the Moroccan. Well, they're just having a chat upstairs here about something as to what actually happened there, how to restart the game. Mikatadze had the march there on Lenormand, and he had to open up. I think he took one touch too many there, and as he opened up his body, Oblak spread. Well, they're actually looking at a push from Lenormand on Mikatadze there. That's what sent him off balance. Definite shove by Robin Lenormand. And is the referee? I think he is. He's talking to upstairs here. He's brought in. Well, yeah, he's going to the screen here. He's going to the screen. Let's have a look at this. Mikatadze stole a march there on Lenormand, and as he got in behind it, as he was about to pull the as he was about to pull the trigger, there is a clear shove by Lenormand there on Mikatadze, which put him off balance just as he was about to shoot. No attempt to play the ball there, Lenormand, just shoved him over. So we could be on the verge here of Atleti giving away a second penalty in the space of 10 minutes. Referee is looking at this. It's a definite push. Well, the referee has seen what he's had to. He's now booking somebody. He's booking He's booking Diego Simeone. There's a surprise, or is it? I think it's Simeone he's booked. And it's a penalty. It is a penalty for Villarreal. And it's a red card for Robin Lenormand, who throws his bottle at the ground in utter disgust. Simeone is having a meltdown, and Atleti are imploding here. They're down to 10 men, and now Holman has been booked for saying something. They're down to 10 men, and Villarreal have another penalty. Well, Lenormand, red card, straight red for the Spanish international. Simeone has been booked. There's a surprise. He's got to be careful now that he doesn't get sent to the stands. But it's unravelling here. And the shove from Robin Lenormand. Yeah, there's a clear push there on Mikatadze. And the referee, Hernandez, gave the penalty, and then a straight red to Lenormand, who couldn't believe it. And then he just threw his bottle to the ground in utter disgust. Simeone, and then kicks the tunnel on his way down it as well. Simeone walked away with a sarcastic smile on his face, waving his arms in the air. And here's a little twist, because I think it will be Mikatadze who has this penalty. Moreno took the first one, and Oblak now with the captain's armband on. He's going to be called into action again. So, 77 minutes gone. Georges Mikatadze, the Georgian international, a chance to put Villarreal 2-1 up here. And he does! He sends Oblak the wrong way. Really easy, into that right corner again. Well, not actually into the corner. And again, Oblak barely moved. Mikatadze gets his first goal of the season. And this game has turned on its head. It is now Atletico Madrid 1, Villarreal 2. And Atletico down to 10 men. I'm not going to say it's a shock, because Villarreal are a good side. But this would be a great win for them away from home against this Atleti side, particularly coming from 1-0 down. But as I said at the time, it was rather against the run of play when it did happen, because I think Villarreal have been the better team in this second half. And now they have the lead. 2 penalties in the space of 10 minutes. And Villarreal can now make that double change. Mikatadze, the hero, is coming off now, as is Pepe. We're going to see Carlos Machia. And we're also going to see Ilyas Akamak, the Moroccan. And Atleti are going to make a change as well. Ademola Lookman is coming off, and needs must really bringing on the defender Jose Jimenez, because remember, Atleti are down to 10 men and have it all to do now. Here's Marcos Llorente. Ball turned back by Jimenez to Oblak. And now Hanchko will bring it forward for Atletico. 11 minutes plus stoppages remaining, of which it could be quite a few. Simeone plays it down the line. That's a good ball. They're in space here. They got in round the back, and they got it towards the byline. Ball comes into the area. Oh, and he's not controlled it. I think it was Alvarez, of all people, unmarked, 6 yards out, didn't control it, and it got away from him. Shot from Llorente is blocked, but he's going to get the ball back on the rebound. But had Alvarez controlled that, it was a surefire equaliser. But he didn't control it. And if there's not enough noise around him already, there will be after that. Alvarez has it now. This is Llorente. This game has really come to life now. Always controversy. Now then, on this near side, this is Atletico coming infield, edge of the area. Shot comes in, but it's blocked. And then Vega with a makeshift clearance out to that far side. This is a good response from Atleti. Since going 2-1 down, throw-in taken quickly. This is Holmand. Now Hanchko squares it to Jimenez. Plays that ball forward. Now then, Llorente made the run there round the back, but he wasn't seen by Pablo Barrios. He snuck on somewhere. I didn't see him come on in amongst all the nonsense. Anyway, ball played into the area. And Athletic retained the ball. 9 minutes, just over, remaining of normal time. Surging run downfield by David Hanchko, but he's dispossessed. And Villarreal will look to come downfield on the counter here. But muscled off the ball, but the referee has said it's a free kick for that foul on Akamak. That's not gone down well with the fans here inside the ground. But this has been a good response from Athletic since going 2-1 down. Free kick taken by Villarreal. Now they can break down this near side. Space here. They tried to cut in field there. Was Tajon Buchanan. He doesn't get the corner. He's a bit nonplussed there. I thought that was a corner off Llorente, but no. Goal kick taken quickly. 82 minutes gone here. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top-flight game. Atletico Madrid, who are down to 10 men, trailing by 2-1. They were 1-0 up. A wonder strike from Marc Pubil of 58 minutes, but then 2 penalties in the space of 10 minutes. One converted by Gerard Moreno, the other by Georges Mikatadze. Have turned the tide of this game. Pap Gay, just a long ball downfield just to clear the decks. Because after going 2-1 up, you'd think that Atleti have the 11 men and Villarreal the 10. It can go that way sometimes, and that's the way it's been. Atleti have responded strongly here, but that's a loose ball through the middle. Now then, here is Gerard Moreno, tries to stab it through for the run of Buchanan. But then Villarreal looking tussling, trying to win the ball back here. It's all gone a bit scrappy in the middle of the pitch. Free kick taken quickly by Barrios. Holmond. Now Barrios once more. This is Giuliano Simeone on this near side, but he's easily blocked out there by Carlos Romero. His ball downfield only finds an Atleti shirt, and they will come forward again here. Just been really sloppy, Villarreal, since taking the lead. This is Holmond. Plays it up through the middle, flick round the corner. This is Barrios. Llorente. Now Simeone on this near side, back to Marcos Llorente. Oh, and that's a loose ball from Barrios. And it goes out for a throw-in to Villarreal on this near side. 83.5 minutes gone. And time running out for Atletico to try and pull this round here. This will be a huge win for Villarreal. And now the other Canadian is coming on, Oluwase, and he's going to replace Santi Comasagna. So the 2 Canadian internationals now out on the field. Can Villarreal hold on to this precious lead here? They lead by 2-1. It was actually Barrios came on for Lee Kang-in, I can tell you now. It all got a bit confusing. 84.5 on the clock. 10-man Atletico. Time running out for them to pull this game round. 2 penalties in this second half for Villarreal to give them that precious lead. They're closing in on their first win of the season after that opening round draw, but Atleti have other ideas. They come surging downfield now. Ball played into the area around the back. Beautiful goal! 2-2. It's Simeone. What a response from Atletico. That was outstanding. They hit them on the counter. Superb play there. Alex Baena on the counter. Played a beautiful slide rule ball through the right channel, and Giuliano Simeone latched onto that. Hit it across the face of the keeper into the bottom left corner, and Atleti respond. It's 2-2 here at the Metropolitano, and I have to tell you, since going 2-1 down, that goal has been coming. Excellent run through the middle there by Baena, and He got in between the two centre-halves there, Simeone. And it was a sliding finish across. Oh, the keeper should have done better there. He just stuck out a leg, really. Brilliant finish from Simeone. And the old man on the touchline very much enjoyed that one. He goes on one of his runs. High drama. Villarreal staring at a second 2-2 draw on the trot. But maybe is the time for one last twist. As I said, since going ahead and since Atleti went down to 10 men, you'd think it was the other way round. Really gone into the shell, Villarreal. Now then, Romero plays it up to the halfway line, flick round the corner. Well, that's a poor ball upfield, but it's easily chased back there by Hanchko, who heads that into the arms of Oblak. The changes made by Villarreal have just rather made them look a little bit disjointed, if I'm honest. Particularly bringing Pepe off. Now then, here is Llorente. Got the wind in their sails now. Simeone plays the ball down the line for Llorente, shoving the back there. But the referee says play on. It's cleared downfield by Luis Junior. But I think there's a late decision from the linesman there against Llorente. That's gone against him. Inigo Perez telling his players to keep calm, because they've rather lost their way since they went in front. And all credit to Atletico for hitting back. Super goal from Giuliano Simeone. But what a great run that was from Alex Baena, and a beautiful pass, perfectly weighted. Is there going to be a response here? This is Pap Gay. Now Foyt. Pap Gay again on the halfway line. A band of sunshine now right across, just a band of sunshine through the middle, right through the middle of the pitch. Such is the roof design here. This is Renato Vega. 2-2. High drama here. 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Ball played downfield. Villarreal have it over on that far side. This is Mourinho cutting infield, does well. Pap Gay squares it across now to Carlos Machia. On this near side to Buchanan. Cuts infield on his right foot to his countryman Oluwase. Now Machia. Ball played into the area there. He's got away from him. Oh, good stop again from Oblak. Spread himself once more. Ball played through a speculator, really. But it went through the Atleti back line and found itself at the feet of Tajon Buchanan. 8 yards out. He side-footed it straight at Oblak, who came out quickly and spread himself. Just overran that Llorente there. The ball through from Foyt. Llorente should have dealt with that, but he went through his legs, and then Buchanan just didn't get enough power on that. He opted to side-foot it. The drama keeps on coming. Inside the final minute of normal time, it is a free kick. 61,978 here inside the Metropolitano. We've witnessed an exciting game, and we still might have more drama to come. Villarreal have given away a free kick. Rather harsh one, that one, for the foul on Holmond by Gerard Moreno. So free kick to Atleti just inside the Villarreal half. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. 2-2, Atleti down to 10 men. I'm sure Atleti will be happy to get a point here if it finishes like this, but they'll be going for all three. But given the position they were in, 2-1 down to 10 men, they have responded superbly. They have the ball on the edge of the area here. Comes out. 9 minutes of added time. Goodness me. That is a lot. And Villarreal, well, I don't know how they will respond to that, because they're kind of hanging on a bit at the moment. That was a poor ball fired in there from Atletico, but they do get the ball back. Played through by Barrios. Ball breaks on the edge of the area. Shot is blocked. Still haven't got it clear yet, Villarreal. Now they have. Ball played through the middle here into that shaft of bright sunlight. That is a foul on the edge of the centre circle, and it is a yellow card. And it was a bit of a case of needs must there from Jose Jimenez. The foul. Buchanan, he's been in the centre of everything in this game. It's a free kick to Villarreal. Another man goes in the book. They shake hands. 1 minute of the added 9 already elapsed. So Villarreal have it now, just inside the Atletico half. This is Renato Vega. Comes out to Romero. Now Buchanan hugging the touchline on this near side. Comes in on his right foot. Feeds it infield. Romero can't nudge it through to the feet there. Oh, and then a rather cheap free kick given away. Well, the referee has played advantage. There's a definite tug on the shirt there by Carlos Machia. And now, well, Barrios thought he was away there, but it was a good tackle. He stayed down on the halfway line. Getting feisty out there. Flick on header. But Villarreal still a little bit on the back foot here, and that's a good ball out to the left-hand side to find Grimaldo. Mourinho comes across to shut him down. Now Holmond. This is Jimenez near the halfway line, but he's been dispossessed there. Now then, Villarreal, well, that's great work from Marcos Llorente there. Came back very quickly to shut that down as Tani Oluwase, the Canadian international, looked like he might be getting away and going off downfield there. Brilliant recovery from Llorente. Now this is Alex Baena. 2.5 of the added 9 gone. Squares it into centre field to Holman. Plays it into that bright shaft of sunlight. So bright you can't actually see the ball. Now Grimaldo being forced back up the pitch. Sends it back to Oblak, who's come way out of his penalty area. This is Llorente now on halfway. We are a third of the way through this added 9 minutes. Llorente, that's not the best pass there. It was intercepted, but they get it back, Atleti. Now they have it with Grimaldo. Whips in a ball towards the penalty area, headed away by Vega. Holman wins the second ball and turns it back towards the halfway line. It will be recouped by David Hanchko. Now Jimenez. Out to this near side to Simeone. Now Llorente. He's given space to run into here, and he goes into the area. Back heel by Barrios, but it won't find him. I don't think that was the time or the place for that kind of thing. Now Buchanan takes the ball round his man, runs off the pitch, then back onto it, but can't get the return ball before Jimenez got to it first. Almost 4 minutes of the added 9 gone. Still 2-2. This is an unofficial commentary of this Spanish top-flight game, and it's been a thriller. Atleti still pressing for that winner, even though they're down to 10 men. They lose the ball there, and the Atleti player has stayed down with what looks like cramp. Mourinho has it over on the far side. Yeah, definitely cramped there, but well, now the referee has had to stop proceedings. It's Simeone. He's having his leg manipulated here by Carlos Romero of Villarreal. As the clock ticks on, 94.5 minutes of the added 9 we're getting here. And Buchanan just looking back at that opportunity for him there. Maybe if he put his laces through it. But fair credit there to Jan Oblak. He very quickly off his line. He's a big lad. He spread himself wide there. A bit like Peter Schmeichel used to do back in his pomp for Manchester United. Simeone hobbles off to the sideline. She'll be wanting to come back on, but we're back underway. Currently, Atleti down to 9 men. But that's a rather loose ball there by Villarreal. And Atleti have won the ball back but have then been dispossessed on halfway. Villarreal were looking to take advantage of this situation now. Play the ball through the middle. Oh, almost found Oluwase there through the middle, but Atletico retain possession here. Comes out to Grimaldo on that far side. They can't be too gung-ho here, the home team. Down to 9 men at the moment. Simeone still waiting to come back on. This is Llorente. Now Pablo Barrios. Does well there to keep hold of the ball. Then it's floated out to this far left side, straight to the feet of Alejandro Grimaldo. Mourinho. Well, they've lost the ball there, Atleti, and Villarreal have it over on this far side, but the referee is going to bring them back for a rather needless foul there by Akamouche. Well, has Holman made a real milk job of that? It looks like he did to me, but he's got away with it. 96.5 minutes gone. We're due for 99. Still 2 apiece. Atleti down to 10 men. I think on reflection, if it stays like this, this would be a pretty fair scoreline. Atleti pretty much dominated the first half. Villarreal have been the better side for much of the second. Although, since going down to 10 men, Atleti have definitely looked the better side. That's a foul on Pap Gay. Petulant response there. Thumping the ball into the ground. Alex Baena better be careful because he's already on a yellow card. So a free kick to Villarreal over on that far side. They take it quickly, and then Gay just sends it down near to the corner flag. Can they get across into the area here? The answer is no. That's well defended by Grimaldo. Both teams look out on their feet here. Ball played downfield, but Vega will get to it. No Atleti player inside the Villarreal half. 90 seconds remaining. This is Vega inside the centre circle, inside his own half. Squares it across to Foyt. Now played up, and now then space is opening up here for Villarreal. They come through the middle, floated out to Buchanan. He's in the area on this near side, tries a cross, but it's blocked by Marcos Llorente, and it will go out for a throw-in on this near side to Villarreal, taken quickly by Romero. Final minute of added time. Now or never, really. This is Pap Gay over on that far side. And now Mourinho plays it infield to Gay. Now space here. Vega, 30 yards out. This is Romero. Buchanan on this near side. Level with the edge of the penalty area. Brings it in on his right foot. That's a poor chip towards the back post, and it floats out for a goal kick. And that could very well be the last chance that Villarreal have of pinching a late winner here. I think on reflection, Diego Simeone will be happy to take a point here, given the situation they found themselves in. They've shown really tremendous character to work their way back into this game when it all looked quite bleak at 2-1 and down to 10 men. But they responded quite brilliantly. And the offside flag is up against Atleti. We're now in added time of added time. And in fact, that is the full-time whistle. And a booking as well for Juan Foyt at the end. He's obviously said something. There's no point arguing about it now. That is the full-time whistle. Diego Simeone walks off down the tunnel. But what a game we've had here. Great goal to open the scoring from Mark Pubil, an absolute snorter into the top corner, rather against the run of play after a goalless first half, and then 2 penalties in 10 minutes and the sending off of Lenormand, and it looked a lost cause for Atleti, but they responded brilliantly, and the equaliser beautifully taken by Giuliano Simeone. So final score here at the Metropolitano, it's on as even, probably the right score in the end. It's been a thoroughly entertaining 4-goal draw, and the second one in succession for Villarreal, who start their campaign with 2 draws, but I'm sure they'll be happy to get a point here. Full-time score at the Metropolitano, Atletico de Madrid 2, Villarreal 2. I've been Joe Mills. Enjoy what's left of your weekend, and we'll speak to you again soon. Good night.